Hi everyone, today I'm bringing a little bit of Manchester to you. I'm making a delicious Manchester tart. This tart is to die for if you've never tried it and you love pastry, jam, homemade custard and coconut, then this is definitely a must. Let's make Manchester tart. First up, I'm making a nice sweet pastry using plain flour and icing sugar. Add in the cold butter and you need to rub the butter into the flour with your fingertips until you get a breadcrumb consistency. Next we're going to add the yolk of an egg and like to beat it up before I add it to the mixture. Stir it in and we're definitely going to need to add some cold water to this. I add a little water at a time until the pastry comes together. I find it easier using my hands to bring the dough together. Wrap in cling film and pop into the fridge for about half an hour as this will make it easier to roll out. When the pastry is chilled, place it on a floured surface and roll it out into a rough 28cm circle. Place the pastry onto a greased 23cm tart tin. This tin I'm using has a removable bottom. If you don't have one of these tins, then line the tin or dish with parchment paper to make it easier to remove the tart when it's ready. Trim off the excess pastry with a sharp knife. This needs to chill for 30 minutes in the fridge. When it's ready, prick the pastry case several times with a fork and line the pastry with a sheet of parchment paper and fill it with baked beans, uncooked rice or lentils. We're baking this in a preheated oven for 15 minutes and then we're going to remove the beans and parchment paper and pop it back into the oven again for 10 to 15 minutes until the pastry is golden brown in colour. The pastry is ready, so we can allow this to cool while we make the custard filling. This custard is easier to make than you may think. All you have to do is mix together sugar, egg yolks, custard powder and vanilla paste. When they're well mixed in, pour in a little hot milk while continuously mixing it. Keep adding the milk a little at a time while whisking. When the mixture is smooth, has no lumps in it, it's ready. Place on a medium-low heat, stirring continuously for 2 to 3 minutes until very thick. This is my first time making homemade custard and it's surprisingly easy to make. Have you ever tried making it? To finish the Manchester tart, we need to spread raspberry jam all over the cooled pastry case. The next layer is the homemade custard. Just make sure it's slightly cool, it's not piping hot or anything before you add it. Pour it on and smooth it out with a spatula or the back of a spoon. To finish off, sprinkle over the coconut, and I toasted this coconut on a pan a little so I got a nice mix of colour. And finally we need to add a cherry or 2 or 12, whatever you want. Chill in the fridge for at least 3 to 4 hours or until set. I like to leave it in the fridge overnight. This really is a gorgeous tart. It tastes delicious. There's a great combination of flavours in this from the jam, the custard and the coconut. I never enjoy cutting up a nice looking bake like this, but it has to be done. Just look at how thick and firm that homemade custard is, and you can see a lovely jam layer underneath. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel or follow my page. The recipe is in the description box under the video. Thanks for watching. Happy baking everyone. Enjoy!